We got an update, Steve. Rivals updated the Rivals 300 rankings for the 2027 class on Monday, and I want to talk to you about some of the top uncommitted five-star recruits in America. Texas Tech's Jalen Brewster is the number one. He tops the standings, and he is committed to the Red Raiders. But number 2, 3, 4, and 5 are all uncommitted, as well as 6. So we are going to talk about 5 uncommitted prospects. Let's start with the number 2 rated recruit in America, offensive tackle Mark Matthews.
Well, the first program I think of when you're talking about five-star offensive tackle Mark Matthews is Miami. He's a South Florida product out of St. Thomas Aquinas. Mario Cristobal has been known to pop into those hallways, but he's already been to a couple Miami games this season. The way they developed the offensive line position, the level of play, the trajectory of the program, I think it's Miami setting the tone in that one. Now, Florida State's done a great job building a relationship with him. The results have not been on the field. Ohio State's a dark horse in this recruitment. Mm-hmm. He's had great visits to places like Notre Dame and Texas A&M, but I like where Miami stands early for Mark Matthews.
Yeah, some of these guys have been hitting the road, already able to kind of get a feel for who leads or who trending in some of these recruitments. Let's go to the number 3 rated prospect in America. He's also our number 1 corner, Joshua Dobson.
Well, the first 2 programs that come to mind for me for the number 1 corner in the country, Joshua Dobson, is Tennessee and South Carolina. And he's going to be back on both campuses over the next 2 weekends. He'll watch the Gamecocks host Alabama this Saturday, and then he'll get back to Tennessee for the Oklahoma game in 2 Saturdays. Oklahoma is also a program on his short list, Notre Dame, Texas A&M, LSU, to name a few others. But Tennessee and South Carolina have done a fantastic job recruiting him from a relationship standpoint. And those are 2 programs he's very excited about right now in the fall.
Yeah. All right. Let's move down to the number 4 rated prospect in America, John Meredith. He's the number 2 rated corner.
I think it's Texas A&M setting the tone for John Meredith, and the Aggies look to be on the short list for a lot of these 5 stars and players ranked in the top 15 of the Rivals player ranking update. But John Meredith is one that I've already logged a prediction in favor of the Aggies for. Was recently back on campus, been there a few times, loves the coaching staff, style of play, where they're at as a program, and he's built some great relationships with the players and guys committed in the 2026 class, including Brandon Arrington. Alabama's probably the biggest threat. Schools like SMU are also in the mix for John Meredith, but I like the way it's shaping up for Texas A&M right now.
All right. Number 5 recruit in America, Easton Royal, also our number 1 ranked receiver.
Yeah, so Easton Royal is someone that is excited about several programs in the SEC and in the Big Ten. Obviously, in-state LSU is going to be a major factor in this recruitment, but so are the Texas Longhorns, who he'll visit the first weekend of November. And then Ole Miss is a program where he's got great relationships with that coaching staff, loves their offense, and loves where Lane Kiffin and company are at as a program. In the Big Ten, Ohio State is a program that's a factor, and he's got upcoming visits to USC and Oregon in November as well.
Now, the 5th uncommitted prospect in the top 10 is number 6, Albert Simeon, the number 2 ranked interior offensive lineman in America.
Yeah, my Rivals prediction machine forecast is already on Texas A&M. He's been to 2 games inside Kyle Field this fall. He's been to College Station a few times already. Loves the coaching staff, Coach Elko, Coach Cushing and company. Feels very comfortable at Texas A&M. He said earlier this season they're setting the pace, but other programs are giving him a lot to think about. Certainly LSU will do what they can to keep him in state. He's got a lot of love for the Tigers. Nebraska, he's been out to Lincoln a couple times already. Likes where things stand with that program. And then Notre Dame is an upstart, had a great visit to South Bend a couple weekends ago, and Notre Dame becomes a program to watch for Albert Simeon. But Texas A&M is the one setting the tone right now.
All right, Steve, like I said, these guys are all over the place. 2027 recruiting used to kind of start after signing day, but we are in the throes of it. I mean, top guys are committing, top guys are taking visits. Hell, it's almost time for top guys to start flipping those original commitments. So do you have any more buzz for us when it comes to the best of the best in the 2027 class?
Sure. Rapid fire, 5-star offensive tackle Kennedy Brown. You got Tennessee, Texas A&M, a couple programs that have emerged there. Ohio State will be another team to watch. Come on, Spell, number one running back. My predictions on Notre Dame, but Georgia, Ohio State, Michigan, USC, Nebraska will be some teams to watch. How about the number one linebacker in the country, Cooper Witten? I think Texas A&M, Oklahoma, and Tennessee, where he is a legacy recruit, are three that are very prominent in that one, with Ohio State and Clemson also battling. The number 11 edge rusher, Jaden Bryant, lists Texas A&M, South Carolina, LSU, Alabama, and Miami as some early favorites. The number one safety, Kamari Dorsey, is going to come in on November 1st. I have a Rivals prediction machine forecast in for Texas A&M. And then Manshawn Sales out of Indianapolis, one of the most coveted players in the country, wide receiver. I would give the edge to Alabama right now, but Ohio State, Michigan, Notre Dame, Indiana, Texas A&M, Miami, Oregon, going to have a lot to say about that as his process continues.